In this section, we will talk a little bit about the shifts. Shifts are found in Roadrunner in the side menu. There is the own section here that's called Shifts. When you press this button, you will be redirected to our in-app calendar, which has all the different dates in the top scrollable bar here, where you just select which day you want to see the available shifts on. Now shifts are published every Wednesday at 9 o'clock, and they are published 2 weeks ahead of time. So you will always know for the next 2 weeks when you're working or when you're not working. Employees will be assigned shifts, and that's the bikers that have the part-time contract. They will get 10 hours of shifts, so either like 3 small shifts or 2 long shifts, but whatever makes up 10 hours. Employees are required to work at least 10 hours, but you can also take additional shifts, so you can work more than this. For freelancers, you are not assigned any shift, so you can take 0 hours 1 week, and that's fine. But you can always choose whichever shifts you want, and you can work anywhere between 0 and 40 hours per week. When you're taking a shift, let's say we just take this shift here, you get a confirmation dialog box here. You show you want to take this shift. This is from 4 o'clock and lasts 4 hours. Yes, I want to take it. Underneath Thursday, there will appear under My Shifts, and there will also be a small icon here. You can't see it in the screenshot because I just took it, but if I were to reload the app this Thursday here, we'll have like a little symbol on it to indicate that I had a shift this day. If you for some reason cannot work this shift, we still have a button here that says Offer Swap. If you press this button, it will ask you, you're sure you want to give away this shift to somebody else? Okay, you say yes, I want to offer it. Now the button is yellow and it says Cancel Swap. Important to remember that this doesn't mean yet that this shift is actually successfully given away. It just means that you have made this shift available for somebody else to take. So until somebody actually takes it, it will show still under here My Shifts, which means it's also still your responsibility. So we don't want a lot of people to just take a lot of shifts and then just give them away if they can't use them. If you are taking shifts and giving them away, you still have to make sure that somebody actually takes the shift from you. And if they don't take it and it's still under My Shifts here, it means it's your responsibility. And if nobody actually finishes the shift and if you don't come to work that day, it will be a strike in the books. If you're wondering what happens when somebody takes it, it's actually this will just disappear altogether. That's how you know that somebody else has taken the shift, is that it disappears here and you won't see any shifts under My Shifts. An absence can also happen. You can also press this hamburger menu here in the shifts section. You will get an additional side menu, and underneath there will be an absence link. Pressing this will show you the absence page. In this scenario, I don't have any absence, but I want to request or to register a new absence. So I press this plus button here. It asks me, okay, when do you want to request absence for? And you can do it you can choose the date here, you can choose the reason, the status, if it's unpaid or paid. It will depend a little bit on your status and what you're requesting absence for. Very important to remember that for freelancers, you have to register an absence in the app. It's very important for us to see why this person is not coming to shift or why he's not been on shift. Because if we just see that you have not been doing the work you've said you were going to do, and there are no like explanations or no absence requests or nothing, then that will count, negatively towards us renewing a contract. For employees, you have to register the absence to HR, which is basically done through the rider support link in the side menu. When you press it, you will go to help and then the Fedora forms, and you just fill out this form. It will automatically just send a request for absence to HR and you are good to go. So very important to remember that freelancers request absence in the app, and employees will request absence through the Fedora form. Now it comes to unavailabilities, which is a nice perk we have for employees. To make sure the shifts you're assigned every week will not interfere with whatever other activities or works or jobs or free time you want, we have an option to set yourself as unavailable for a certain amount of times or days. So when you go into this unavailability section, you can add an availability, and you can select if you want it to say you can't work on Mondays, you would select Monday, maybe also Saturday or Friday. Maybe there is a specific time period. You can also create multiple different unavailabilities. And the computer, when assigns shifts every week, it will try to match the shifts you get with the times you are available. Of course, if you have like unavailability on almost every day of the week or like almost every working hour, you might still get some shift during your unavailability, but it tries to kind of match your unavailability with the shifts you are assigned every week. So if you have a very busy schedule, or if you can't work, like say Mondays, or you have school in the mornings, use the unavailability as good as you can, because it does help, and for most of the time you won't be assigned shifts during your unavailability.